Guys, good morning. In the previous class, what we have discussed is the 16th part topic, that is agglomerative hierarchical clustering. That is one type of hierarchical clustering, guys. Okay, just I want to revise the previous class in 5 minutes. Okay, if at all anybody not understand that one, okay, have a glance on that one. Okay, um, hierarchical clustering mainly that is divided into two types, guys. One is agglomerative hierarchical clustering and divergent hierarchical clustering. Okay, in the agglomerative hierarchical clustering, we are going to start from the leaf nodes. Okay, if any two leaf nodes are having the similar properties, we are going to combine that one. Okay, finally, we are going to get a one root containing all the objects, guys. Okay, that is anglo step, second step, third step. Finally, we are going to get a root having all the objects. It is agglomerative hierarchical cluster. Okay, here this process we call them as a bottom up approach. It follows bottom up leaf approach. Why? Because we are starting from the leaf nodes. Okay, slowly we are combining the objects having the similar properties. In the first step, we have combined the A and B. These are having the similar properties. We combine that one into one cluster. Okay, finally we are going to get a one big cluster containing all the objects. That is the ending step in the agglomerative hierarchical clustering, guys. Okay, coming to a diversive hierarchical clustering. What is the starting step is we are going to start from the root node. Okay, if any two clusters having the dissimilar properties, we are going to divide that one into two clusters like CD and AB. These are having the dissimilar properties. We are going to divide that one. Okay. Likewise, we are going to proceed. Okay. In the last step, we are going to get the objects. Okay, in different cluster. Each object will be in the different cluster. For suppose here, A will be in the separate cluster, B in the separate cluster, C in the separate cluster, D in the separate cluster, and E in the separate cluster, guys. Okay. What is the last step here in this diverse hierarchy clustering is that okay, all the objects those will be in the separate clusters, guys, individual separate clusters. But coming to the agglomerative hierarchy cluster, okay, the ending step is we are going to get the root containing all the objects. Okay, that is the root. But in the diverse hierarchy clustering, that is the reverse phenomena related to the agglomerative hierarchy clustering, guys. Okay, the difference between these two. Okay, you have to understand, guys. Okay. Okay, guys, I hope you have started a preparation for mid one and mid two. Okay, at any point of time, Jain to K, we are going to conduct this mid one and mid two. Okay, from my knowledge, they are going to conduct the both at a time, guys. Mid one will be in the morning session, mid two will be in the afternoon session. That is for my knowledge, guys. Okay, the two overall name ledu, but you have to prepare, guys. Okay. మీన్ వైల్ మీకు 30th వరకు టైం ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి 30th లోపల కూడా ఓకే మిడ్ వన్ అండ్ మిడ్ టూ యూ హ్యావ్ టు కంప్లీట్ ఇట్, గైస్. ఓకే, రైట్. Till the 5 units I have shared all the documents. Okay. Okay, after completion of this last and final topic in the 6th unit, I'm going to place this in the Admado, guys. Okay. uh, the Saturday, this Saturday is the last date for assignment to submission. Okay. Okay, right, guys, whenever you're going to come to the college, you have to submit the all the assignment one and two, guys. Okay, right. Any doubts related to this agglomerative hierarchy cluster and diverse hierarchy cluster? Okay, let us see, just revise this agglomerative hierarchy clustering algorithm. Okay, here is the agglomerative hierarchy clustering algorithm. Okay, the first and the foremost step is okay, preparation of proximity matrix or distance matrix. Okay. Proximity matrix or distance matrix means this is a matrix containing all the objects. Okay, from each and every object, other object distance will be specified in this proximity matrix or distance matrix, guys. Okay, what is the next step is we are going to merge the closest two clusters. Okay, if at all any two clusters are very near, we are going to merge that one. That is the thing we are going to follow in the agglomerator hierarchical cluster, imaging of closest two clusters. Okay, at the same thing, for suppose 3 and 5 clusters having the least distance, we are going to combine that one to form a one cluster, that is 35. Okay, previously 3 cluster will be there, 5 cluster will be there. After merging that one, we have only one cluster, that is 35 cluster. Okay, we are going to update the 35 cluster, and distance matrices also we have to, distances also we have to update it in the approximity matrix. The same process we are going to again. Okay, the same process we are going to repeat it, that guys. Okay, the closest clusters we are going to merge it. Okay, what is the ending step is, finally we will get a one big cluster containing the all the objects, guys. That is the ending step in the hierarchical clustering algorithm, agglomerative hierarchical clustering algorithm. Okay, here individual steps in the individual clusters in the starting, and finally we will going to get the one root. That is why we call this process as a bottom up approach. Okay. Any doubt related to this algorithm, you can ask me now. Okay, guys, I'm proceeding. Okay, here they have taken one example, guys, related to the agglomerator hierarchical clustering. Okay, while preparing the distance matrix or proximity matrix, we have to find the distance between the each pair of units, guys. Okay, that will be updated in the proximity matrix or distance matrix. Here, the distance matrix is symmetric matrix. Why? So, why? Because the distance from A to B, that is similar to the distance between B to A. అంతేనా కాదా? విజయవాడ నుంచి ఏలూరుకి ఎంత distance, the same distance will be there for from Eluru to Vijayawada also. That is why this distance matrix is symmetric matrix. And moreover that, guys, the diagonal values will be zero. Why? Because the distance from Eluru to Eluru is zero. Obviously, the distance from Vijayawada to Vijayawada is also zero, guys. That is why the diagonal values, those will be zero. Okay, to represent this one, I'm going to take one matrix, guys. Okay, here is the distance matrix, guys. Okay, if you observe here, I have taken only lower triangle only. Okay, only lower part of the triangle. Why? Because it is a symmetric matrix, guys. These will be, for suppose 9, we have to place it here likewise, symmetry matrix. Okay, and diagonal values will be zero. Why? Because a to 1 to 1 distance is zero, 2 to 2 distance is zero, 3 to 3 distance is zero. Okay, here is this 9 represent the distance between 2 and 1. Is the same value we have to place. Okay, no need to place that one. Why? Because this is a symmetric matrix. I have taken only lower part of this one. Okay, here observe, guys, what is the least one here. 2 is the least one, means that is the distance between 3 and 5. We are going to merge these 3 and 5 to form a one cluster, guys. Okay, okay, in the updated proximity matrix or distance matrix, there is no separate 3 and there is no separate 5. We have only merged one, guys. Okay, new one. Okay, let us update this one in the next matrix. Okay, this is the explanation, guys. 3 5 we have combined that one, we have formed a one cluster, that is 5. Okay, and the next one is okay, for updating the distance matrix, guys, 3 5. Okay, how we are going to get the values means, the distance, the maximum value of distance from 3 to 5, we have to place it in the 35, guys. 3 నుంచి ఆ క్లస్టర్ కి డిస్టెన్స్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు, అలాగే 5 నుంచి ఆ క్లస్టర్ డిస్టెన్స్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు, విచ్ వన్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ద maximum value, we have to update in the distance matrix for 35, guys. Okay, here is the distance, guys. Previously the distance between 1 to, okay, 3 is 3 and 1 to 5 is 11. Okay, which one is the maximum value that we have to update it in the 1 to 35, guys. Okay, this is the 11 value. Okay, మీరు చూసినట్టయితే కనుక, ఓకే, 3 నుంచి 1 కి 3 డిస్టెన్స్, అలాగే 3 నుంచి 5 కి వచ్చేవాటికి 11. Which one is the maximum value? 11 is the maximum value that we have to update it in the distance matrix, guys. Okay, we have updated in the distance matrix for the likewise for the 2 also, likewise for the 4 also. Okay, this is the maximum distance between 3 and 5, guys. 3 నుంచి 2 కి distance, 3 నుంచి 5 కి distance లో maximum value is 10. Likewise the 35 ఓకే 3 నుంచి 4 కి డిస్టెన్స్ 4 నుంచి అదే 5 నుంచి 4 కి డిస్టెన్స్ the maximum value is the 5 I have updated in the distance matrix. Likewise we have to proceed guys. The next thing is which one is having the least value we are going to match guys. Okay, in these values which is the least value, that is 5 is the least value, that is the distance between the 2 and the 4. We are going to match this 2 and 4 guys. Okay, why? Because this is the least distance guys. Okay, we are going to match the 2 and 4. Okay. Okay, in the next updated matrix, we won't have two, individual four. We have the only combined cluster, that is 2, 4. Okay, this is the 2, 4 guys. Likewise, we are going to update this one. Okay, in the distance matrix. Okay, okay, in the updated distance matrix, which is the least value guys, that is the 9 is the least value, that is 24 cluster and one cluster. We are going to make this 24 cluster and one cluster. Okay, in the finally after the sixth step we are going to get the diagram like this. Initially we have updated, we have merged the 3 5, and the next we have merged the 2 4. Finally 2 4 is merged with the 1, and finally this subcluster has merged with the uh, 3 5 cluster guys. This is the dendrogram diagram guys. Okay, in the exams they asked about dendrogram diagrams, means you have to explain this all the process, that is agglomerative hierarchy clustering. You have to explain it guys. Okay, let us see the time complexity related to this one. Coming to the basic agglomerative hierarchical clustering, it uses the proximity matrix. Okay, no need to construct the overall proximity matrix guys. So the lower half of the diagram is that is sufficient to construct the agglomerative hierarchical clustering related to dendrograms. Okay, that is why we have taken only half of the m square. Okay, overall గా m square అనుకోండి 3 by 3 matrix అనుకోండి, దాంట్లో వచ్చేపటికి only half value మాత్రమే we are going to take it guys. Okay, that is why the storage related one, okay, it takes order of m square guys. Okay, we have removed this half. Okay, the time complexity related to this one is m square guys. Okay, the time required for the overall hierarchical clustering algorithm is order of m square log n. This is the uh, time complexity related to this agglomerative hierarchical clustering guys. Okay. Okay, till now we have seen what is agglomerative hierarchy clustering, what are the types of agglomerative hierarchy clustering, and we have seen the agglomerative hierarchy clustering algorithm, and we have how we have to solve this agglomerative hierarchy clustering overall process we have seen, and the time complexities and dendrogram and space complexities we have seen guys. Let us see the pros and cons related to the hierarchical clustering. Okay, the related to the pros guys. Okay, here there is no need to take how many clusters we have to take related to the agglomerative clustering. But coming to the previous one, that is K-means algorithm, we have to give the input, that is how many clusters we have to take it, guys. But coming to the agglomerative hierarchical clustering, no need to specify the particular number of clusters. Okay, that is the one of the advantage related to the hierarchical clustering. And more finally, guys, okay, with the help of dendrograms, we are going to get the meaningful taxonomies, guys. That will be helpful, guys. Okay, that is the one of the advantage related to the hierarchical clustering. That is, we are going to get the meaningful taxonomies with the help of dendrograms. Okay, coming to the cons, guys, the disadvantage relates to hierarchical clustering. Okay, uh, okay, here in this means the construction of the hierarchical clustering, we are going to merge the two individual clusters, right? Okay, that we cannot undo that one guys. Once we have merged that one, means we cannot go back. That is the one of the disadvantage related to the hierarchical clustering. Okay, and one more thing guys, related to the hierarchical clustering, this process is very slow if you take the large data set. Why? Because the time complexity related to this one is the order of n square log n. That is the time complexity. And this much of time it will take to construct the agglomerative hierarchical clustering dendrograms if the data set is very large. Okay, that is also one of the disadvantages related to the hierarchical clustering, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. Once again, I'm saying, guys, whenever the curfew is completed, that is on 30th of this month. Okay, you're going to have the mid one and mid two examinations are okay. Our university examinations that will be depend upon JNTK University. Okay. Meanwhile, you have to be prepared, guys. Okay. ఒకసారి schedule ప్రిపేర్ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత మీకు ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వడానికి టైం ఉండదు. దట్ ఈస్ వై ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ ఓకే బీ ప్రిపేర్. Okay, the mid one first you have to complete it. After that, that mid two also. Okay, till now 5 minutes PPT is already shared with you in the model. Okay, guys. At any point of time, you will have the external examinations or mid one and mid two. That is why okay, you have to start preparing from now onwards. Complete that one. If at all any doubts you have, okay, you can ask me. Okay, I will share the important questions also in the group. Right. Okay, this is the information related to the agglomerator hierarchical clustering. Okay, let us see the last one. That is DB scan. Okay, okay, the DB scan is a density-based clustering algorithm, guys. Okay, what is meant by full name of the DB scan? DB scan means density-based spatial clustering for application with noise. Density-based spatial clustering of application with noise. This is the name for full form of the DB scan, guys. Okay, and what is the advantage related to DB scan? Okay, if the data input data contains the noisy information also, it's able to separate that one, guys. That is the important point related to the DB scan. What is the full form means? That is density based spatial clustering of application with noise. Means the name implies itself. The input data contains the noise also. It is able to separate that one in the form of clusters, guys. But the main technology that is used in the DB scan is that is based on the locates the region from high. It separates the high density region to the low density region, guys. With the help of this DB scan, okay, we are going to separate the overall information based on the density. That is, locate the regions of high density that will be separated from the low density. Okay, that is the main important theme related to the DB scan. Okay. Okay, related to density wise, guys, we will have only a few number of clustering algorithms. In that, the effective and the simple algorithm clustering algorithm is DB scan. Guys. That is density based clustering algorithm, DB scan. Okay. Till now we have seen k-means algorithm. Okay, that is not related to the density wise. And the next one is agglomerative hierarchical clustering. Okay, that is also not related to the density based one. Okay, we will have related to the clustering, guys. We have based on the density wise. Okay, we have only few number of algorithms in the okay in that DB scan is the effective one and the simple one, guys. Okay, what is the main theme is it separates the high density region to the low density regions. Okay. Okay, guys. Let us see the approach related to the DB scan. I already told you guys related to the density based one. Okay, there are not so many approaches. Okay, but coming to this density related to the density based approach, how we are going to form the cluster means based on the similarities, they are going to form the clusters. Okay, that is the main important thing. Okay, how they are going to separate the overall information into clusters means based on the density, guys. In particularly, how we are going to divide this one into clusters means, okay, here we are going to take a one point. From that, we are going to take one radius. Okay, we are going to construct a circle from that radius. Here, that radius we call them as a EPS. Okay, all the points within that circle, we are going to form a cluster, guys. Okay, here is the this is the main approach that is we are going to follow in the center based approach. Okay, in the DB scan, guys. So the center based approach is a one approach followed in the DB scan. Okay, what we are going to do here is we are going to take a one particular point. From that particular point we are going to take a one particular radius, specified radius, we call that radius as a EPS. From that one we are going to form a one circle, guys. From that radius we are going to form one circle. Okay, okay, in that circle how many points are there, we are going to form that overall points into one cluster, guys. Okay, simple approach, guys, nothing is there. One we are starting from one point. Okay, we are going to take one particular point. From that point we are going to take one specified radius. Okay, we are going to construct one circular for that specified radius. Okay, here how many points within that radius we are going to form. Okay, those points we are going to form that as a cluster, guys. Okay, here that point that we have started our radius, okay, that particular point itself also we are going to include, guys. Okay, I already told you guys from the way which point we have started our EPS radius, that itself also we have to include it, guys. Let us say, guys, the EPS point is 7, guys. The radius of EPS point is okay. Let us take the radius as EPS. Okay, the point we have started from is A. Let us observe this diagram, guys. We have started our radius from A point, means we have to count this one for the cluster forming also. Okay, from this EPS is the radius. We have formed a one circle here. How many points that is included here is the first one is the center points. We have to count it one, two, second point, third point, and fourth point, and the fifth point, sixth point, 7 points. Okay, with the taking the radius of, okay, EPS, how many points we have formed here is that is overall 7 points. Okay, in that 7 points, the center point also the included, guys. Okay, that is where they told here, guys. The number of points within the radius EPS of a point A is 7 itself included. Okay, right. This is the diagrammatical representation. EPS is the radius. Starting the center point we have started is A. Okay. Within that EPS radius, we have formed one circle in the center based approach in the DB scan. How many points that are there in this cluster is 7 points. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the center point 7. Okay. Simple approach, guys. DB scan, nothing that much difficult. Okay. Okay. Next, we are going to see the classification of point according to the center-based density approach. Okay. The next one is the classification of points according to the center-based density approach. Okay. Classification of points. Classification of points according to the classification of points according to the center-based density approach. Okay. Here, the overall points we are going to classify into three regions, guys. The first one is the core point, and the second one is the border point, and the third one is noise or background point, guys. Okay. The core point means that is the interior of dense region that we call them as a core point. Okay. Next one is the border point means that is the edge of the dense region. ఓకే మనం సర్కిల్ గీసినప్పుడు ఎడ్జ్ లో ఉన్న పాయింట్స్ ఏమంటాం అంటే కనుక బోర్డర్ పాయింట్స్ అంటాం ద థర్డ్ వన్ ఈస్ స్పేస్ occupied region means the point that is outside of the this region that is dense region we call them as a noise or background points guys. These are the classification of points according to the density based approach guys. Whenever in the exam they have asked a db scan means these points must and should you have to include guys. That is what is meant by a core point, what is meant by a border point, what is meant by a noise or background point. These things you have to must and should include. Okay, in diagrammatically what are the points, let us see guys. Okay, here is the main core point guys, that is the E is the core point. Here APS is the radius. Okay, with that radius we have formed a one circle. Okay, how many points are there in this core point means 1 2 3 4 5 6. These are the interior region of, okay, the overall those points we call them as a core points guys. These are the core points, these are the interior points related to that one. Okay, interior of a dense region. Okay, these are the core points guys. Okay, coming to the border point means those are the edges of the overall dense region that we call them as a border points. If you observe here, this B point is in the edge of the overall dense region. This point we call them as a border point guys. This point we call them as a border points. Okay, the point that is outside of these border points and core points, those we call them as a noise points. If you observe here, this is a noise point, this is a noise point, this is a noise point, this is the noise point, and this is also the noise point guys. Okay, this is the main dense region. Okay, in the interior of the regions we call them as a core points. If you observe here, these points we call them as a core points. The border, the edge of the overall dense region, those points we call them as a border points. Okay, here this V point is in the edge of the overall dense region, that we call them as a border points. Okay, the point that is outside of these all the regions we call them as a noise points. This point, C point, this point, all these points we call them as a noise points guys. Okay, okay, Write down this diagram, guys. That will be helpful for you. Okay. Whenever they ask the DP scan means, you have to explain this noise point, border point, and code point. Okay. Core point means interior of dense region. Border points mean okay, the edge of the dense region, that is the border points. Okay, the points outside of this overall dense region, we call them as a noisy points. These are the noisy points. This point also noisy points. Okay, what is meant by point means interior of dense region. We call them as a core points. You already know this one. Okay, that border point means that is not okay, not the core point, but neighborhood of the core point. That is, it just in the overall dense region that we call them as a border point. Okay, these are the neighborhood of border points. Okay, right. Normally, this border point will have the neighborhoods of core points. This explanation related to what is meant by border point, what is meant by core point. Core point means interior of dense region. Okay, border point means that is neighborhood of core point. Okay. Here, nice point means that is a point that is neither core point nor border point, that we call them as a noise point. Border point to core point to con point name ఉంటామండి noise point. Okay, here is the noise point. Okay, here is the core point, guys. This is the border point. Okay, that is the point neither the core point nor border point, like this point, this point, this point. These are not at all the core point as well as the border point. These points we call them as a noisy points, guys. Okay, this diagram or this presentation for overall all the points, core point, border point, and noisy points, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, let us see the algorithm related to DB scan. It's a simple thing, guys. Okay. Okay, here if you take any two core points, if they are very close enough means with the distance EPR means we are going to take that one into one cluster, guys. If the core points are very close enough, okay, within the distance of EPS, we are going to combine that one into one cluster, guys. Okay, if any border point that is not close enough to the core point, okay, any border point that is close to the core point, okay, we will have the several core points, right? Okay, any core or any border point that is closer to the core point, okay, that we are going to take that one into the same cluster, guys. Okay, first point is based on the EPS, if any two core points are closer, we are going to form that one into one cluster. Okay, any border point that is closer to the core point, that is also we are going to take into the same cluster, guys. Okay, that's the next point. And the next point is any point that is not at all related to the border point as well as the core point. Okay, we are going to take that one as a noise point. The noise point we have to discard it, guys. Okay, we have, while forming the clustering, we are not going to take that one into account, guys, these noise parts. Okay, this is the algorithm for that one, guys. Okay, we are going to label all the points as core points, border points, and noisy points. Okay, all the core points we are going to form into clusters based on the EPS distance. Okay, any point that is closer to the, any border point that is closer to the core point, okay, we are going to form that one into the same cluster. Okay, and finally, if we are having any noisy points, we are going to escort those noisy points, guys. Okay, this is the overall explanation related to this DB scan, guys. Write down this one. Okay, write down this algorithm, guys. Helpful for you. Okay, let us see the time complexity related to the DB scan, guys. Time and space complexity. Okay, uh, the complexity related to this one is worst case is order of m square, guys. Here m is the number of points. Okay, next one is the strengths and weaknesses related to the DB scan, guys. Okay, the main advantage related to the DB scan is it is able to handle all the clusters with arbitrary shapes and sizes. Okay, it is able to form the clusters with any arbitrary shapes and size, but that is not at all formed in the k-means algorithm. Okay, oval shape or అలాంటి shapes మాత్రమే k-means algorithm అనేది regions కింద form చేయగలుగుతాం. But coming to the DB scan, is able to form the clusters of any arbitrary shapes and any sizes. Okay, but coming to the DB scan, guys, we're not going to mention any number of clusters, but we have, if we are in the k-means algorithm, means we have to give the how many clusters, that is the input for the k-means algorithm. But coming to the DB scan, no need to specify the how many number of clusters we have to give it. Okay, okay, coming to the DB scan, guys, it is able to form the clusters with varying densities also. It's able to form the clusters. That is also one of the advantages related to the DB scan. Okay. Coming to the weaknesses, guys, related to DB scan, if you take the high dimensionality data, okay, then it is unable to form the dense regions. That is the disadvantage related to the DB scan. But coming to the k-means, if the data size is high, also it's able to form the clusters in the k-means algorithm. But coming to the DB scan, this is the disadvantage, guys. Okay, if the data size is high, it's unable to form the clusters. And moreover that, guys, the DB scan is very expensive if you take the high dimensionality data. Why? Because if for the high dimensionality data, we have to calculate the nearest neighbor, okay, for all the pairwise proximities, guys. That is also one of the disadvantages related to the DB scan. Okay, the point we have to remember here is, once the data size is very high, okay, it's unable to form the clusters related to the DB scan. That is a disadvantage, guys. Okay, let us compare the k-means algorithm as well as the DB scan algorithm, guys. Let us compare the k-means algorithm as well as DB scan algorithm. Okay. Okay, coming to the k-means algorithm, guys, it's able to only form the clusters in a spherical or convex shape, guys. Okay. The coming to the DB scan, guys, it is able to form the clusters in the arbitrary shapes. Okay, and any number of size also it's able to form the clusters, guys. Okay. Coming to the k-means algorithm, only for the spatial and convex shape only it's able to form the clusters. But coming to DB scan, it's able to form the clusters in any arbitrary shapes, guys. Okay. Okay, coming to the k-means algorithm, at this point I already told you, guys. Okay, we have to specify the number of clusters for the k-means algorithm. But coming to the DB scan, okay, no need to specify the how many number of clusters, guys. Okay, okay. Related to the k-means algorithm, guys, it's able to solve the uh, clustering for the large data set also. But coming to the DB scan, it's unable to solve that for high dimensionality data. Okay. And one more point is, the related to the k-means algorithm. If it contains the noisy or erroneous information, it's unable to solve that. It's unable to form the clusters. But coming to the DB scan, the name implies, guys, that it's able to solve the anomalies, means erroneous data. Okay, this DB scan clustering algorithm works effectively for the outliers or erroneous information, guys. Okay, number of, okay, coming to the k-means algorithm, what is the input is, that is the only one thing, that is how many clusters. Okay, but coming to the DB scan, what is the radius and how many number of points, also minimum number of points also we have to specify for the DB scan, guys. Okay, these are the differences between the k-means algorithm as well as the DB scan algorithm, guys. Okay, the last one is the model based clustering, guys, but it's not at all in the syllabus. But sometimes they are comparing, guys. They ask you to compare the model based one with the uh, different k-means algorithm, guys. The model based అంటే ఏం లేదండి, based on the input data ని ఇచ్చేసుకుని మనము we are going to construct one model. Based on that one model only we are going to uh, use it for the data mining algorithm. Okay, that is the main theme, guys. మోడల్ బేస్డ్ క్లస్టరింగ్ కి దీన్ని మీకు డాక్యుమెంట్ లో మీకు ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తాను, ఒకసారి చూడండి ఫైనల్ గా. బట్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఇన్ ద సిలబస్, బట్ సమ్టైమ్స్ దే ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్. ఓకే, దే ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్ టు కంపేర్ ద కీ మీన్స్ విత్ ద మోడల్ బేస్డ్ వన్. దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు నో వాట్ ఈస్ మెంట్ బై మోడల్ బేస్డ్. ఓకే, ఏం లేదండి, మోడల్ బేస్డ్ వన్ మీన్స్ అంటే వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ ఏ వన్ మోడల్. ఓకే, బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద ఇన్పుట్ డేటా దట్ ఫిట్ ఫర్ ద ఇన్పుట్ డేటా, బెస్ట్ ఫిట్ ఫర్ ద ఇన్పుట్ డేటా యూజ్ చేసుకొని ఒక మోడల్ ని కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం అనమాట. ఓకే. ఓకే, ఎవ్రీ టైం వచ్చేప్పటికి సింగిల్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఉండదండి. మల్టిపుల్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఉన్న డేటాను కూడా మోడల్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ డేటా ఆఫ్ హైట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఏ పీపుల్ ఆఫ్ యుఎస్ అండ్ చైనా, వీఆర్ కంపేరింగ్ డేటా ఆఫ్ హైట్స్ ఆఫ్ యుఎస్ అండ్ చైనా యాజ్ వెల్ as దిస్ ఈస్ ఏ మిక్స్డ్ మోడల్, గైస్. Okay, for this one also we have to construct the model and we have to form the clusters, guys. This is a model based approach. Okay, with this one, guys, the 6th unit also completed. Okay, let us revise these one things, guys. 4, 5, 6 కూడా ఒకసారి రివైజ్ చేసుకుందాం. మనం 1 to 3 రివైజేషన్ అయింది కదా. Okay. Okay, with this one I am going to end this session, guys. Hope you have understand this session. Okay, meet you on tomorrow.